Welcome to Ngosti Talk Shows. Lead from within.
Find your own voice.
Challenges we have had to overcome in 2020.
Find your own voice.
The world has become united by the unseen, knowing there are no guarantees for tomorrow.
Lead from within.
Find your own voice.
Let the world hear your voice and be filled within.
For the day has come for you to be a great leader.
The time has come to break away from the pain, distraction, experience the unthinkable.
The time has come for you to break away from the pain and do the unthinkable. Doing the unthinkable is becoming your own hero in your own story. Are you ready to step up? Design your own life the way you want it to be. Design your own dreams. Be in charge of your life. Turn your life into the destiny you want it to be. Are you ready to become the masterpiece of your life? Do you have unnecessary activities that are holding you back in your life? That are holding you back to succeed? Do you have unnecessary things that you put first instead of putting your dreams first? That meaning when you put your dreams first, you put yourself first, you put whatever your beliefs, might be God or it might be anything. For me, I put God first. Then I'm able to actually write my own story. That means I can have someone holding my hands, knowing that I'll pull through regardless of whatever that I might face in my life. So what is holding you back? What is holding your dreams? Do you have anything that basically, do you have any chains that have caged your life? Get caged your own story. Do you have any excuses that you make in catching your life so that you don't succeed? If you go to my profile, I have chains, that the chains of being a follower that can stop you writing your own story. The chains of I'm not enough that can stop you writing your own story. The chains of fear. Fear will always be there. Regardless of whatever you do, fear will always be there. But you just have to have the courage. So do you have the chains of fear that if I want to succeed, if I want to become who I want to become, people are not going to take me serious? Or do you have any excuses that, oh, I am a black person, no one will take me serious, people are racist? Are you using those words for you not to succeed, for you not to write your own story? You can write your own story. You can be the creator of your destiny. Only if you can decide in your heart, within you, to break those chains that are holding you. The chains of making excuses. The chains of blame. Some people didn't have a good childhood. But instead of you breaking away from those chains, you are still holding on to the person that actually basically you're still holding on to that problem, and the person that it could be with a relationship, and the person that actually did that to you, they are moving on with your life, but you're still moving, you're still blaming me, you're still holding on to that person that actually, I'm not good enough, this is not me, I can't do this. Guess what? God created us. I don't know your beliefs, but I was created by God. He has pulled me through tough times. I have climbed the mountains that I have never thought I would climb, and I came out of the other side because of God. And I'm holding my pain. When I climb those mountains, I climb them holding my pain, writing my own story. Being black in the United Kingdom, it has never come. I have never ever thought that no one would take me serious because I believe in myself. I believe in the things that I do. And the color, being me, the color of my skin does not define who I am, because I was created by somebody bigger than anybody else, which is God. When He created me, before my parents met, He knew that there's gonna be a child that is going to be born. And that child is going to be called Ngosi. My legal name is Ngosi. Nomsa is my second name. So he was like, Ngosi Talk Show is named after my name. So he knew that there's going to be a child that will be born. And that child, he gave me my destiny. He gave me my own story. My own story does not have fear. My own story doesn't have excuses. My own story does not have chains. When God gave me that story did not have chains. So the chains is the chains that come along the way when I'm writing my own story. But when God gave me my story, it didn't have chains. He wrote my destiny. My destiny, when I was born with my destiny. So are you that somebody that wants people to define, to tell you what you can do, to tell you your dreams are too big, your dreams are too small? Are you that person that is not holding their pen, they are waiting for other people to write their own story? Are you somebody that is waiting for people to tell you, actually, you are good enough, you are good at what you do, but actually when you do it, you actually don't feel too good? Because when you create your destiny, when you write your own story, you're writing it, and you're writing it in a way that you are prepared to face the consequences. When somebody comes to you and say you're not good enough, you're prepared to tell them that you cannot define me. Whatever your opinions about me are none of my business. If you didn't create me, you cannot define something that you didn't create. So are you writing your own story? Are you somebody that is writing their own story? Who is writing your own story in your life? We have a choice in life to become the creator of our destiny. We have a choice to actually, when things are not going well, we have a choice to pray about our destinies. We have a choice to meditate about our destinies. We have a choice to hold the pen and write our own story, create the movie that we would like to happen in our own story. We have that choice. Everybody has a choice. But are you writing that story when you are at home? Or are you making excuses that I can't do this because I'm not good enough? I cannot do this because I'm not really, this is not me. It's actually not me. I can't do this. So many excuses that people make that I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. People want to get married. They want to find that special person. Instead of going to the dating site or going to a matchmaker, find love. They're like, there are no good men out there. They are not good women out there. They're not writing their own story. They are actually deleting their story. Delete, delete, delete. When you say good men are taken, you are deleting your own story. Good women are taken, you are deleting your own story. When you say I'm not good enough, I cannot apply for that job because I'm not good enough, you are deleting your own story. But if you know that you want to write your own story, you can give yourself a choice and strive. Live your life how you want it to be and strive. To your dreams. Or you can continue being caging your life. And you're one of those people who have accepted that miserable life. Are you one of those people who have accepted the life of slavery? Being a slave, it means I can basically feel comfortable and do the things that I'm being told to do. I'm a slave. I'm a slave in my own emotion. I'm a slave in my career. I'm a slave in my marriage. The choices that I've made, I'm a slave because of the choices that I've made. So are you that person that is a follower? Are you a follower? When you go on social media, you see somebody's written something, you start following that person. Basically, you are following people that are following their dreams. You are liking their post. And these people are working really, really hard. But when it comes to you, you are not actually writing your own story. You are not actually, you want to get married. You want to meet that special person. You want to apply for that job that it can take your life to the next level, but you keep making excuses that you are not good enough. You've never tried. You want to break away from those chains, but you really never ever tried to break away from those chains, to break free from the average life. You want to break free, but you've never tried. You say, I don't know how. You are that somebody that making excuses. Like, I don't know how. I want to do this, but I don't know why. Guess what? I don't know if I'm wrong about this. When we were born, everybody's born with a talent. Everyone, every individual on earth that is standing on earth is born with a talent. If you disagree with me that not everyone is talented, please just leave a comment and tell me that why do you believe that not everyone is talented? Everyone is born with a talent. Everyone is born with the greatness within them. Everyone is born with a purpose in them. When they are born, when every person is born on earth, they have a purpose that they need to fulfill. But as some people do, some people go to the graveyard without fulfilling their purpose, making excuses. Some people go to the graveyard in chains because they don't know how to break free. They keep saying, I don't know how. Maybe you are surrounded by the wrong people in your life. Maybe the reason why your life has no meaning is because you are surrounded by the wrong people. Maybe you're not making an effort when it comes to your life. Anyone that makes an effort in your life, there is a little bit of a meaning in their lives. You write your own story. When you write your own story, your life is going to have a meaning. It's going to have that little bit of a meaning. I'm going to do this, and I'm doing this. When you have a life with a meaning, it means there will be challenges in your life. Whatever the story you are writing, there will be challenges in your life. There will be mountains in your life, but you will climb those mountains without fear. I have climbed so many mountains without fear. The fear is there, but because of the courage, because of the determination, because of the person that I believe in. I believe in God. I believe in God in a way that no one can stop me and say, Nomsa, there is no way you can follow this dream. I believe God when I say when I follow my dreams, I believe God because I know that He is holding me. I know that every mountain that I'll be facing, He will hold my hand and pull me through it because I believe in Him. I don't believe in the flesh. If I believe in people, I'll be disappointed. I love people. I love my family. I love my friends. But when it comes to dreams, we all have different talent. Everyone is talented. We all have talent. We all have different talents, and we all make different choices when it comes to life. No one make a choice same like everybody else. We all make different choices. We all have God put angels around us. And those people, the people that I help, our helpers are angels that have been put forward by God. It's up to you to grab your angel and say, I'm accepting your help. You want to help me? I accept your help. And I'm going to let God hold my hands. Everyone has an angel around them to help them. It's up to you whether you recognize the people that have been put in front of you to hold your hands, to help you. We don't just read the Bible, go and read the Bible and say this, and then you wait for God to do the miracles. You have to do the work. You have to find the helpers. You have to find God's helpers, the people that God has put in front of you. You have to recognize some of them are here for destruction. Some of them, there will be people that are here to move you from the path, the story that you are writing. So you have to be able to recognize those people that have been put to distract you. So you have to recognize the people that will take you to the story that you are writing. That's how God works. That's how the universe works. We are all on earth. We all have different beliefs. So I believe in God. That's how God works. God put in angels to hold your hands and take your life to the next level. But you are going to have to do the work. You will need to recognize those people. You're going to have to recognize the people that will enter your life and change your life for bad. Change your life. Some people enter your life and change your life for better. So you're going to have to basically define who is there as an angel of God, who is there as a destruction. So those who are there as a destruction, it means you have to leave them behind. Love, leave them behind. You don't want destruction. When you are writing your own story, you don't want the destruction in your life. If you are writing your own story and you don't have experience of the things that you want to do, there is so many people that go to Tony Robbins to volunteer. They volunteer just specific to learn how the events are run, to learn how he works. They volunteer to do the work. I have volunteered myself for in other companies so I can learn what is happening, or simply I volunteer to add value in my community. Nothing else. Because I want to write my own story. I want to be remembered as somebody that helped people, that I want to be remembered. I want people when they come, when I die, I want people to remember me. Sometimes the people die and they say, anyone who has anything to say, people make up stories because that person, basically, they've never had any story about that person. They don't really have anything to say apart from really connecting with that person and knowing it. But there are some people that live. They leave a big story behind. When somebody dies, a person like that, you are like, God, why did you take them? Why did they have to go? So you are writing your own story. If you are talented, you can develop your life, you can develop your skills. You can read books, you can go on YouTube, listen to any videos, listen to the videos based on the story you want to write. Develop your own skills. That's what life is about. It's about finding your purpose. It's about finding your passion. Leave the world a better place. Be authentic. It's about writing your own story and being authentic. When you write your own story and being true to yourself, being authentic, writing your own story and say, this is who I am. When you go on social media, you look at my life, that's my life story. This is who I am. My story, I represent love. That's who I am. I bring people together. That is Nomsa. That is the story of Nomsa. That's who Nomsa is. When I write about love. So can you write your own story, make your dreams come to reality? Or are you still scared? With fear is creeping out. Fear will always be there. Fear will always be there, regardless of what. Fear will always be there. Even when you've done the job for many, many years, there's going to be times where you're going to question yourself, am I good enough? Because that voice within you will always test you. Your life will always going to be tested by so many things. But you just have to believe in you. Believe in the person that lives within you, which is your spirit within you. Everybody has a spirit within them, and that spirit, it becomes you. It's your guidance. That's how God connects with you. That's how the universe connects with you. If we speak the truth, our true authenticity, we connect with the universe through our spirit. It's our guidance. We connect through God, through the Spirit. The Holy Spirit cannot connect with you if you are not, if your spirit within you is not activated, if you are not praying, if you are not doing anything. But also the Holy Spirit can connect with you. Every person that gets connected through God is because the inside they are crying out. When you are somebody who cries out and say, God, I wish you can help me. Doesn't matter how long you pray. God, I wish you can come to my aid. You can help. He will appear because your spirit within inside is being activated to cry out for you to write your own story. When you are crying out, basically you want to write your own story. You cry out. If you don't believe in God, you believe in the universe. You cry out to the universe and say, universe, this is my desire. This is who I want to become. Can you help me? That's what I do. I cry out to God. I cry out to God to help me to become the person that I want to be, because I'm writing my own story. My own story can not only be written by me and God. My family, when I tell them my story, I explain to them, this is who I am. This is who I want to become. They can hold my hands or they can go against me. But it doesn't mean they're bad. They're not, because it's not their dream. I might not understand their dreams. I might not understand my friends' dreams. But it doesn't mean that my friends, when they tell me about their dreams, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It's not. It's just me, I don't understand it. But when the dream, as long as the owner of the dream understand it, that's all it matters. Because they might come and tell me, I might not understand it. Like if somebody comes and explain about games, if somebody comes to me and explain about football, I can understand it. But if somebody comes and explain to me about games, I wouldn't be able to understand it because I don't know anything about games. But the vision, I can understand it. Their vision, where they want to be, I can understand it because I have my own business. So if they explain the vision of where they need to be with their game, whatever they are planning, I can actually see the vision, and I can actually hold somebody's hand. But if it's something specific, if I don't understand it, it doesn't mean that somebody else, that dream is not going to come to reality. It means Nomsa doesn't understand it, but it means Nomsa can hold your hand, even if she doesn't understand it, so that you can continue with your dream. That's what writing your own story is about, is knowing what you want in life, knowing the movie that you want to play in your life, in your own story. Everyone has a movie. You watch the movie on TV. I was watching the Bodyguard, the new one, the Bodyguard. And when you're watching that, the Bodyguard, Samuel Jackson and his wife and the wife is Bodyguard. And when you are watching that movie, the writer keeps writing, but you don't know the ending. You keep watching. So that's what writing your story is about. You don't know the ending of that movie, but you have the idea of where you need to be. So if you keep writing your own story, you keep writing your own story, then eventually you get where you need to go. The story doesn't end. You keep writing it. You keep adding it. You keep writing it. So that's what happens when you watch the movies. You watch the movie, you get excited, and then the story gets sad. You get to a part where the story is like, it's really, really sad. So that's what life is about. Life is good. It's so many challenges, so many happiness in it, so many changes in that life, so many encouragement, so many discouragement. There are so many happy, so many joy, so many bad things that happen in that life. That's what life is about. When you are hit with joy, when you have joy in that life, you write your own story, you keep writing. And when you have sadness in that story, it doesn't mean you have to stop. You keep writing it. You keep writing your own life. You keep writing your own story. It hasn't got an ending. The end of the story is when you die. That's when the story ends, because you are no longer on earth. So no one can write your own story. So that's what life is about. Write your own story. Be the creator of your destiny. When you are presented with the problems in your life, be driven. When you are presented by problems, be motivated. When you are presented by problems, let that spirit that is within you bring out the burst, bring out the greatness within you, determination. Let it inspire you. Let that spirit that lives within you, let it inspire you. There are no limitations when it comes to life. There are no limitations. You are your own enemy. Your fear, when you fear something, you are your own enemy. Don't let anyone that your dreams are too big or too small. Don't be the person that lets people affirm your destiny. When I'm being told that I'm good, I feel good. But when people are telling me that they don't like my talk show, I feel bad about it. But guess what? The more people criticize me, the more I want to try, the more I want to become who I want to become, because I know that I'm going to be the best one day. Because being the best is not what I do, it's how many lives I've changed. That's what be the best means. Creating your own life. It means not giving up. The enemy, there's God, there's Lucifer. Lucifer is our enemy. When people talk about the good things, they talk about God. No one talks about the enemy. And only when you go to church, that's when you're going to hear that, oh, there is an enemy. Obviously, there is an enemy. That's what life is exciting. Life is exciting because you have God that wants to change your life for better. You have Lucifer that wants to stop you becoming who you want to become. Fear will bring fear to you. They say you are not good enough. You want to be this, you are not good enough. Lucifer will tell you, will bring his angels and tell you that you're not enough. He will bring his agents and tell the agents will tell his agent will tell you that you are not enough. But God will say, listen, I'm here to hold your hands. Keep going. But if you are that somebody who is not determined, you give up and say, I'm not good enough. I don't think that I can actually fulfill my dreams. I don't think that I'm good enough to be who I want to be. I don't think I'm good enough to actually use my talent. So how are you using your talent? Remember at the beginning, I said everybody's talented. So how are you using your talent that God gave you? God gave you a talent. He gave you a talent before you were born. He gave you a talent. He gave you a house, your destiny house. When you are born, you're given a talent, you're given your destiny house, you're given a horse to ride your life. That horse is your destiny. So who is in that house of your blessings? Your blessings is where your house is. So who is in that house where your blessings are? Who is occupying that house of your blessings? Do you have a witch occupying your house? Or do you have somebody who is stealing your blessings, occupying your house? I'm not good enough. If I'm sitting here, I'm saying I'm not good enough. There's somebody there who's ready to take the blessings. Those who believe that they are enough, they will take the blessings that I should have taken because I keep saying I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to do this. I'm not good enough to do this. So who is riding in that house where your blessings are? Who is occupying that house if you are sitting here and telling yourself that you're not enough? Because God guessed in your house that you can occupy that house to take every blessings that is meant for you. God has given you a horse for your destiny, for you to actually ride that horse. When I'm saying about riding your horse, this is in the Bible. You can check it, the scriptures. You have a horse. A horse is what you ride. When you actually writing your own story, creating your own destiny. Your house is where you go and open the door to get your blessings. You open the door. Doors of opportunities, you open every door of your opportunities, grabbing every blessings. Every chains, breaking that chains, breaking the chains of I'm not enough, the chains of abuse. If you have been abused in a relationship, it becomes it becomes a chain. If you have had parents that abuse you, it becomes a chain. But God wants you to break those chains. If you have been bullied at school, it becomes a chain. Are you ready to break those chains? If you've been, some people simply get abused on social media. You'll be surprised at how many people who get abused on social media for basically for impacting the world. So what do is when you are being abused on social media, you're like, I don't want to be on social media anymore. But you have to break those chains, break the chains that I'm here to actually to impact. I don't care how you think of me as a person, but I care about the value that I'm adding to the people that wants to receive. Everyone is sitting there. People want to receive. When you are doing good, people want to receive from that good that you give, the impact that you give to people. Somebody wants to receive. So you don't have to fear writing your own story. You don't have to have fear. You don't have to be discouraged. You don't need to be discouraged. You can actually rewrite your own story. If there is somebody who is discouraging you, you can rewrite your own story and remove that person from your own story. Remember, God, He has principles. He has a kingdom. He said, if you want to enter my kingdom, you have to follow this commandment. If you want to follow God's commandment, God's kingdom, this is who you need to be. So if you are somebody who basically want to succeed, you have to have your own principles. Like God has His kingdom, He has His own commandment, He has His own principles. He's not just a loving God, He's a God who is tough. He's the God that encourages people to become who they want to be. He's not easily angered because he cares for people. He has the unconditional love. So when He has the unconditional love, He gives His love. He say, you want to come and get love? He says to you, come to me with your burden. Whatever you might be, whatever background you may come from, whatever color that you might be, God says, come as you are. So that means you could go to God and actually He's not going to judge you. Say, God, this is the person that I want to become. Please help me. Or you can go to the universe. The universe was created by God. And actually speak what you want. If you are somebody, I don't know, whatever your beliefs they might be. For me, I go to God. I tell Him, this is God, this is who I am. And I ask Him to show me my true authenticity of who am I. I ask Him to tell me, who am I? Show me, who am I? And that's when I realize this is who the person that I am. Not who I'm told to be. Because when you are told to be, you're not living your destiny. You are living somebody else's idea, not your own idea. You are living somebody else's life, not your own idea. But if you know who you are, no one can take that away from you. No one. Not even Lucifer. He cannot take what God is creating. So if you are writing your own story, you have to know your talent. You have to recognize your talent. This is my talent. You have to look back when you were at school. What was your talent as a child? Because everything begins when we are children. There's no fear when we are children. Everything begins there. Go back to your childhood. Look at your talent. Where you didn't care about people judging you. Where you learned to walk without worrying what people think. It was excitement moment when you learn to walk. When a child learns to walk, they fall, they crawl, they fall, they stand up, they try to fall, they fall, they stand up, and then they fall again. They keep trying until they have the balance, basically until that walk becomes reality. They don't give up. A child does not give up. So you have to go back. What kind of a person you were when you were growing up? If you cannot recall what kind of a person you were, go to a psychologist. Find a good psychologist that can work with you. Leave every stone that can work with you. Leave every stone tender until they find, until you yourself, they help you find your personality, until they help you find your purpose, until they help you find your talent. Everyone is talented. Can't tell me that I'm not talented. I don't have any talent. It's a choice. We choose to say we are not talented, but we actually are talented. When we are born, we have heroes. We have people that we admire. We have people that we look up to. We have people, everyone has people that they look up to. I'm doing a talk show on social media, like right now. I have somebody that I look up to. I have somebody that I look up to. So everyone has someone that they look up to. So you have to find that talent. You cannot be like them, but you can create your own life, your own story. You can be who you want to be. Get rid of your egos. Become the person that you want to become. Be the creator of your own destiny. Know what you are meant to be. Think like a hero. You want to start a business, you think like a business person. What does a person think like? So you have to work on that. You have to work on your skills. You have to find joy in people. When you see people, look at the world as the world is a better place. Find joy in seeing people smiling. Celebrate your family, celebrate your friends. Stick up for what you believe in. Stick up for your blood. Stick up for your friends. Stick up for your environment, people around you. Stick up for your loved ones. Focus on creating spaces for individuals who suffer from injustice. Be the voice. Find your own voice and be the voice for other people. That could be a talent. You just becoming the voice, speaking for those who cannot fight for their destinies, who cannot fight for their lives. Speak for them. You could speak for children. Kamara youth. He lost his son, but then he decided to speak for youth. He's speaking for youth. Kamara is speaking for youth. I know my children, when my children have problems, I know that there is somebody out there who speaks for youth. I know there's somebody who speaks for my children, who has a voice. So why don't you become that? Become something, become somebody. So many things that people can do that says, I am not talented. I cannot become who I want to become because I don't think actually I am talented. Marriages, how many marriages that break up every year? Because maybe we don't have enough therapists. We don't have enough people that can actually teach us give us the knowledge of how to basically how we can create our characters, because when you are married, you have to have a married character. When you're single and married, your characters are different. So when you are married, that means you are in a relationship. Whether you're married, whether you're in a relationship, your character is going to be different, because you are going to actually, there's two people that are involved. So you're gonna have to have somebody, a room, give a room for somebody else. You're caring for yourself and you're caring for that person. If you have children, you're caring for your children as well. So the character is different. So you need somebody that can help you. The world needs somebody that can help them, basically, to have the knowledge when it comes to marriages, because marriages are breaking up. You go to church right now, marriages, because Lucifer is doing the work, is destroying marriages. We are here during the pandemic. People's finances, the economy is being destroyed by the pandemic. Even though before the pandemic, the economy basically, it has its own ups and downs. There's a place there for somebody who is talented to work with the economy, finances, so many industries. So many industries become a voice for somebody else, those who don't have a voice. Ghost Talk Show is a talk show that helps people find their own voice, lead from within. It helps you be a leader in your own life. It helps you write your own story. That's what Ghost Talk Show is about. It helps you become the writer of your own story. The voice, you become your own voice. That's what the talk show is about. You could create, basically, you could be a marriage therapist, you could be a business therapist, but you have to be a good one. Because when it comes to business, no one wants to go to a business coach who basically does not know anything. My business coach is Des. I've tried basically to work with other people. Desmond O'Connor is a good business coach. I don't mind him. He's a good business coach. Although I hear negative things about him, but he is a good coach. I work with it. He's very expensive. He does what he says he will do. He does the work. So basically, you have to write your own story. You have to be the creator of your destiny. You have to be a great leader. A great leader is somebody that sees good in people, is somebody that sees good in themselves, is somebody that believes in themselves. That's what a great leader is about. And a great leader is somebody that knows why they're on earth, here to say. They're grateful for what they have. They're grateful for their achievement, big or small. They celebrate their friends. A great leader is somebody that celebrates their friends when they achieve things. And somebody that is always on the lookout of opportunities. That's what a great leader is about. Be on the lookout always for the opportunities. They show grace. They show love towards their loved ones. They love their loved ones. Because when you love, when you bring that love to the people around you, to the environment around you, you don't become a hero, but people remember you. They will remember you for good things that you did for them. And to them, you'll be their only hero, but you don't do things for saying, I want to become a hero. I'm a hero. I'm going to help this person so I can be a hero. No, then that help becomes natural. Protection. You protect your own environment, contributing to your own community. That's what writing your own story and becoming your own hero in your own story is. Doing things unknowingly, doing good things for people and doing good things for yourself, doing good things and not giving up. regardless of what people say about you, no giving up, not wanting people to affirm who you are as a person, because the person that created you, they gave you your destiny. Only you can know who you are. Only if you search within yourself. Only you can know what you can do, what you can't. That you can do things, it requires work. Whatever you do in life, it requires work. It requires you to be who you want to be, to fight for what you believe in. When that mountains is being presented to you, it requires you to fight, because the mountains will be presented to you. The more you want to become who you want to become, the more you're going to have things to fight. The more you're going to have some discouragement. The more you're going to have chains presented to you. The more you're going to have to fight for what you believe in, which is if you want to climb the mountains, you're going to have to get strength, because there are some people that are going to bring discouragement. There are some people who are not going to believe that you can actually do the things that you say you can do. So that's when is the strength. You're gonna need strength to actually, not to prove a point. You don't do things to prove a point. A business person does not succeed because they want to prove a point. They succeed because that's what is inside of them. Success is what is within them. They succeed. A business person succeed because they're a fighter, because they want to fight, they want to lead, they don't want to live a miserable life. They don't succeed because they are proving a point. No matter how many times people tell you you're not good enough, they say thank you. And they use those words to give themselves strength, determination, encouragement. They use those negative words to get to where they need to go. Because when that voice of negativity is saying, no, you can't, you cry out to God and say, God, I know you believe it. I know I can do this. Then you'll be able to succeed. But when you are being told that you're not good enough and you believe those words, then that means that is a discouragement that you're believing. So you just have to actually have strength. You will need strength to go on. That's what a business person does. You don't do things to prove a point. When I go on social media, I don't go on social media to prove a point, to work. I go to work. And I know that if somebody is going to come across with my video and they're going to listen to that video, and that video will change their lives. And that's why I believe that there are so many people who are talented. And that's why I believe that you can actually become who you want to become only if you believe in yourself, only if you actually believe that you can reach where you want to go, if you believe that you can be what you are meant to be, that destiny that is written in your life, that is written in that house where God gave you. There is a destiny that is written. It's a book. There's a book of life, but there is a house of your destiny that is written. It has so many destinies that are written. So many destinies, so many talents that you could be, only if you believed in yourself. Only if you believe that you can become what God has given you. I believe in myself and I believe in God. I believe in people in my environment that I work with, the people that are around me. I believe in those people that when these people basically help me, I believe them that they can take me to where I need to be. Lucifer doesn't have a voice. The enemy hasn't got a voice. Anyone who disagrees with what God has the purpose that God has for you on earth, they become your enemy because they don't believe that you can become who God has created you to be. So that person, whatever that might be, it becomes your enemy. I'm not saying go around and judging people. All I'm saying is you have to be aware. Anyone that does not believe in you, they are your enemies. But it doesn't mean you have to fight them. It means you have to love them and leave them behind. They'll follow you. When they see that dream comes to reality, and they'll say, I actually knew that you had that in you. They'll be telling you that they actually knew that you have that in you to actually do the things that you are doing. So you just have to believe in yourself, because God created you to become. I'm a relationship coach, a matchmaker, love harmonist. I harmonize love. That's what I do. I harmonize love. Love my family. I bring my family together. My family will tell you that I'll never judge anyone in my family, because I believe in my blood, my bloodline. I believe in my bloodline. I believe that if God created my ancestors, the land of my ancestors, it means there is something in that land. So I have to believe anything that it was created by my ancestors, and I have to believe in them. I have to show them that I believe in you, and I believe that you can be great. I believe that my blood can be the story of my blood can be rewritten by anyone that is around in my blood, can rewrite the history of my bloodline. I believe in my family, and I believe in my friends. Any friends that is in my environment, I believe in them. When they tell me that, Nomsa, this is the dream, this is who I want to become, I have to ask, what part do I need to play in your movie to help you to get to where you need to be? So are you asking anyone around you, what part can you play? Because when you help somebody, God has a chance to come and help you. When you become who you want to become, even when you help yourself, God wants to help you, because God gave everybody a story, a dream, so you can climb and take that dream. Don't let the enemy steal it, because the enemy is here to steal and to disrupt, to steal, to tell you that you are not good enough, to tell you that no, you are not educated, to tell you that no, you are a black person, no one will take you serious, your color. But guess what? Black or white, we're brothers and sisters. A dream cannot be fulfilled without a black person. A dream cannot be fulfilled without a white person. Because when you create your dreams, somebody has to work within your company. Working within your company, you don't, if you are somebody who cares about colors, then you won't have people working for you. So you just have to be somebody who is loving and caring, somebody who sees good in people. So I'm going to love you and leave you, everyone. If you're watching this talk show later, please share this video with your loved ones, and follow us on YouTube. And we are here Monday to Friday at Ngozi Talk Shows. Write your own story. Be the creator of your own destiny. Don't let people affirm your destiny. God gave you your destiny. Write it how you want it to be written. It will have challenges. The story will have challenges. But that's what that's the most exciting about life. The part that is exciting, the good, The bad, when you're telling people your story, that you tell them your story. This is my story. This is how I'm writing. And people will just see the good things there. So be the creator of your destiny and live with grace. God bless you.